Okay, what is up guys? Today I'm filming a very different type of video. I never thought I'd be even making this type of video ever in my life. I'm making a video about how I took edibles and was sent to the ER. Sounds very dramatic, but I was scared. So if you're new, subscribe, like this video, comment, make sure you check out my other videos, like and comment them as well. That helps with the algorithm. Check out my Instagrams, they'll be on the screen here. Make sure you like and comment on my pictures, it helps with the algorithm as well. And also if you have any video requests, comment them down below. And also, what's it called, what else do I say, check out my Etsy shop, buy some stuff if you would like to, or refer to a friend, and turn your notifications. So okay, I'm just gonna be super duper honest, okay, which I pretty much am all the time. I decided that we should go to the CBD store that I've been wanting to go to here. So they have a range of different things over there. When we walked in there, they were very informative, and there was edibles there, which I didn't know they sold here, to be honest with you. And I never really thought to try an edible, but I think I was curious to know what it would be like. Apparently the lady that worked there said to try a half of one, because we said that we never tried it before. And they were like, just be careful, because there was a lady that took a lot of them and she was tripping out really hard. And there was like 10 in the pack. So when we got home, I was like, I want to try these too, not realizing that it was gonna do anything. They said that there was a low dosage of THC in it. Around like 6 or 7, I started feeling very kind of weird. After I made my burrito bowl, I started like chewing on it, and I'm like, something's weird. Something feels weird, and I completely forgot that I took the edibles earlier. So I was like, why am I feeling this way? And I kept chewing on the burrito bowl, thinking that I was like, in my head I thought I was allergic to it, even though I was like completely, like, I'm not really allergic to a lot of things. So I was like, why does my tongue keep feeling like this tingling sensation that I don't know where it's coming from? It felt really tingly, and plus on top of that, yesterday I didn't drink a lot of water. I didn't really eat that much yesterday. I was out shopping with my mom for like a good 5 hours, and I wasn't really drinking a lot of water. I was taking sips here and there, but I wasn't really like taking the time to sit down and drink it, because I wasn't really paying attention to it until I got in the car. And then I was like, oh shoot, I only had like 2 bottles of water today, which isn't really like me. Normally I have like 6 bottles of water. I was eating and eating. I was just like, something just feels so freaking weird. I texted my boyfriend, and we were kind of like talking back and forth about stuff, like, okay. And then I said, I'm kind of high right now. And then he's like, how are you high? Like, where did you get it from? And I was like, I got it from the store. I noticed that like after I told him where I got it from, he wasn't really like responding to me, which was making my anxiety like really, really bad. Anyways, yeah, he wasn't responding for a good probably like 20 minutes, and I was concerned. Then my heart started beating really, 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 really fast. That was the first thing that really triggered me. And I walked in my mom's room, kind of like tumbling over, and I told her that I felt like I was dying, whatever that feels like. I don't know what that feels like. I didn't initially tell her what I was doing, and she was kind of confused on why I was acting that way. And then I had to explain to her why I felt that way. And then she was like, you're not supposed to take 2. They said specifically take a half of one, and I didn't remember that. Then she's like, I think we should take her blood pressure. So she took my blood pressure, and my heart, I felt like it was beating in my throat. I was like thinking, what if this is with synthetic stuff in here and they're trying to like kill people? And then that's why I was like feeling that way. And then when she took my blood pressure, I noticed that my hand was like this. You're not supposed to have your fist up like this, I don't think. Then she noticed that my heart rate was like a 124 and my pulse was really high too. Then she was like, I think we need to take her to the ER because this is not normal and she's starting to look bad. Because I think she started noticing that I was kind of like doing this. And I was doing a lot of blinking. Like I was doing that a lot. I was blinking so much, but I just remember distinctly doing that a lot. I remember walking to the door, and I think my dad was like helping me stay straight, and because I couldn't stand by myself, and he was getting the keys from where we had the keys hung up. I almost walked out the door without realizing that the dog could have ran out of the house, but he didn't run out. I think I remember like quickly like, wait, the dog is still out. And so I just walked out by myself and closed the emergency room. My dad said when he was talking to the front desk lady that my speech was slurred. Then I was like, wait, what? Because I guess when I was trying to talk, my speech was slurring, and which isn't like me. So it was like, what was that about? So then I was freaking out even more because I'm just like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Like something's really, really wrong. Something's wrong here. And I kept saying that to myself. Like something's wrong. And I even said it out loud to my mom. Like something's wrong. He took me back. Since I'm not a minor, they could not let my parents back there. And it sucked because I didn't want to be by myself. There was like a male on this side, a female on this side. And they were putting EKGs all over me to check my heart. What else happened? And then they took me back there. They said I had to give them a urine sample, and I remember that I had to pee really bad, so I was like, this is a perfect time. Room, there was like a bed that was really hard, and then a sink, trash, and a sliding door. Instead of like you can just walk in, it was just a sliding door. And then in front of it was curtains so no one can see you. So like there's people constantly walking in. I was really thankful about it because I'm just like, I was kind of freaking out, and I think they could tell that I was kind of freaking out so much. I just wasn't vocalizing that I was freaking out. I think they could tell. There's this young girl that kind of looked like she was around the same age as me. She was kind of talking to me, and I was like, and I asked her like, what is going on? What's happening to me? And she's like, I think it's from the edibles. And I remember I asked her like 3 times what happened, and she answered all 3 times because I kept forgetting like what was happening. And there was like this guy that gave me an IV, and he was talking to me, and I remember not really talking back to him that much, and I was like completely quiet. Like I was just saying yeah, Just remember that each time that a guy came in, which there was only 2 guys that came in, I was completely quiet. And then whenever a woman came in, I was super talkative and I was comfortable. And I felt like safe. And then it was like, I think it was like a trauma thing. If I'm being completely honest, I think it was a trauma thing because I think I felt like I couldn't speak around men. I couldn't speak up for myself. I couldn't feel safe. So I was like completely quiet. So I think that's why I was being so quiet all the time. Being completely honest, I was thinking about a lot of things. Mostly about my parents. And I think it's because of their current situation, and I think that's why I was thinking about it so much. And I think that's why I was also like feeling the way that I was feeling. Part 2. So on the drive there, I was feeling very, 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 very nauseous, and I don't really know why. It kind of just happened kind of fast in my opinion. So like I wanted to throw up in the car, but I was like, something was telling me not to do that because that's gross. And I felt like when I was going to throw up, I wasn't gonna have like control of it, and that did happen. So while I was in the hospital, I had my mask on, right? It was actually this one, not the same one, I threw it out, but I was wearing this mask. Like, all of a sudden I had this extreme urge to puke, and I didn't know that I was still wearing my mask. In my head I thought I took it off already, but then I realized, like, when I was throwing up, it was on still. It was on still. I ripped it off on this side, and I was like, I completely forgot that I just got an industrial like hours before, and I was just panicking. And so the throw up was all over the floor, and also my mask was on the floor. Felt good after throwing up, but then I still felt like I wanted to do it more, but nothing will come out. I'm scared of getting meds over there. I just wanted it I just felt like I just needed water and just a different scenery out of my house, and I think that's what it was. Like, I felt weirdly comfortable in the hospital bed. Even though it was uncomfortable as hell, I felt weirdly comfortable there. And I think it's because there wasn't so much chaos. I think one of my fears when I was in that state was being alone. And the crazy part was, since I didn't have any like background music or background sound, all you all have is just your thoughts. Doctor came in and he was like, I think you aren't, well, basically he told me that I don't have a really good reaction to weed. And I was like, yeah, like in my head I was like, yeah, I mean, I could see that. There's two people that kept coming in asking if I wanted the gummies back, and I was like, no, I don't want it back. One of them was like this lesbian, and she was like kind of close to me. She was like this close to me. And, you know, let me just tell you, all I had on was a bonnet, a top on, and I had some shorts on. That's all I had on. And I noticed that the girl was kind of like checking me out, and I was like, huh. I was a little bit uncomfortable because she was kind of like, there's too many pauses in talking, because she asked me if I wanted it back, and I was like, no. And then after I answered, or at least I thought I answered, she took this long, like 2-minute pause, and then I was like, okay, this is weird. And I could feel that she was smiling behind her mask, and I was like, I'm getting uncomfortable, I'm getting uncomfortable, I'm getting uncomfortable, I'm getting uncomfortable. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna go. And then I was like, okay. And then she left, and then I realized that she was the same lady at the front desk. And then she a security guard escorted me out. That was literally that. End the video here because I'm just talking at this point. If you're new, make sure you do everything I said in the beginning of this video. Okay, bye.